Hey, what's up? Oh, this is like a 90-minute video, 90-minute review of my Hong Kong trip. My friends asked me to make one, but I suppose this is going to on YouTube as well, so here's a little backstory. I wanted to go to Japan like every weeaboo, but they declined my visa. So I was like, well, that sucks. I don't even know why, because they never explain this kind of stuff. But then I realized that Hong Kong doesn't really have a visa requirement, and it looks quite nice. And it's famous for its movies and stuff. So I grabbed my half Russian cousin and was like, let's go to the to the Hong Kong for a trip. And he was like, yeah, sure, why not? He's really chill like that. We bought some tickets. We went on the trip. We boarded the plane to Xi'an. The ticket said that we were going immediately to Beijing, but we were going to Xi'an for some reason. But I just kinda accepted it. You know, I'm an Asian, but I'm kind of tall for an Asian because I'm from Kazakhstan. Uh, After all, I'm not, pure-blooded one. If you can, so yeah. And I don't want to be like racist or anything, but Chinese people are mostly not like tall. So when I was flying China Air, it was super uncomfortable. My knees were like stuck. I didn't know where to put them. It was really kind of uncomfortable. And I couldn't sleep because of that, because my knees just didn't fit into the seat. And there was no real entertainment program. But the flight was really nice. Like, there was no turbulence. The landing was nice, so no complaints there. And yeah, then we landed in Xi'an Customs. And guess what happened next? Yeah, you can imagine how strict the China customs are. They took our fingerprints, so Xi Jinping now has my fingerprints forever. It seems like I had to sign up some stuff. And yeah, it was kind of difficult, to be honest, to stand through all of this because, a preceding 5-hour flight made me a bit tired. We went to the waiting room and there was nothing inside. Like, there were vending machines that were empty. There were some, I don't know. Maybe it's because it was really early in the morning, I don't know. It felt weirdly empty. Like, vending machines were empty. There was like nothing inside. The posters were empty and gave this really eerie vibe. I don't know. Like I was in some sort of high surveillance country, which is exactly what it was. So then I boarded the plane to Beijing, and it took another, like, I don't know, 7 hours, I guess. No, not seven, 5. And it was a comfortable flight, except for the knees thing. But yeah, at this point I really wanted to sleep when I landed. Uh, and we were late. So yeah, we got late on the plane to Hong Kong and we had to reschedule tickets. It was really a bit of a hassle, but we did reschedule them eventually. Uh, our tour agent said that we were one of the unluckiest clients she ever had. Anyway, so we had to go through the COVID-19 check, and we didn't know how to go through it because the instructions were all in Chinese. And my cousin accidentally just went into the isolation box for COVID-19 infected people, and it was crazy, but they let him out, so it's fine. And it's been several days, so he doesn't seem infected, so whatever. Uh, yeah, we went through a bunch of checks, which felt like forever. But I mean, everyone was really nice, so it's fine. The airport is like huge. Honestly, it's like gigantic. To get from one gate to another, you have to board a small train or something. It's really cool. Uh, There were surprisingly a lot of like there was a Burger King, and stuff. I expected it to be more, communist, I guess. I don't know. Uh, maybe I don't know. There was a guy who was surprised by our passports. Who he was like, "What the fuck is Kazakhstan?" Well, he wasn't like that, but he acted like that. And to be fair, who wouldn't act like that? No one knows us. Uh, so yeah, we were walking around, and then we finally boarded the plane to Hong Kong, and flew there for the next, I don't know, 3 hours. Then we finally landed. I was listening to video essays all the way through, so it wasn't too boring. Thanks, LS Mark. Uh, so yeah, we landed in Hong Kong. The checks were really easy, like they didn't even care. And then we boarded a taxi and went through this beautiful, beautiful, uh, beautiful bridge of Hong Kong. I've never seen bridges this big in my life before. And we ended up in a hotel, and my brother, he got some beers and went to buy us like chargers and stuff. He doesn't know any English or Chinese or Cantonese, but he just kind of, explained everything to the guy with his hand gestures. He's like really persistent like that. I like that about him. Meanwhile, I went to sleep. That's how day zero went. So hey, day one. Uh, I was really hyping up this mall called Sina Center, which I read about in touristic guides. They said it's like an 11 level building with a lot of nerdy stuff like anime, manga, comics, and all of that jazz. So yeah, I woke up. We found a Belgian restaurant nearby. I'm really allergic to like, uh, wheat and to, uh, not just wheat, but also sesame seeds and sesame oil. So, and East Asians love sesame stuff. So I couldn't really risk eating a lot of their home turf food. So I went to this Belgian restaurant called Frights. It was really good. I really enjoyed it. Uh, so yeah, we went for a walk, and the city was beautiful. It was weird, like the it looked rich, and like at the bottom of the huge buildings there were like all these brand thingies like Dior, like Chanel and stuff, and it really looked like this rich modern city. But if you look upper, you see that the buildings are kind of old style, communist buildings. Almost, reminds me of Soviet bloc, but more taken care of. And some of them are kind of dirty. I don't know. It's a weird mix of like modern and old. I can't really put my finger on it, but it's kind of nice. It has its own unique vibe. I like it. Uh, yeah, the city's infrastructure and the city's like architecture is really interesting, and everything is really close together. It's like a little claustrophobic for people, I suppose, but I kind of like it. I vibe with it. It's interesting. It's kind of like Japan in this regard. Everything is really close together. Uh, so yeah, it was really nice to walk. The weather was nice. It was like hot and humid. Uh, Kind of reminds me of Dubai or like Turkey. It was interesting. It was comfortable. It was nice, and I love humidity to a degree, at least. Uh, but yeah, the people seemed really diverse, like from all ethnicities. I saw a lot of black people, which I don't get to see a lot in my country. A lot of British people. Again, I don't really see them a lot, if at all. Americans, Chinese, Japanese, you know, uh, surprisingly, almost no Koreans. Yeah, yeah. Uh, so, and yeah, people dressed in like different outfits, like they had different hair colors, like dyed hair, weird outfits, a lot of goth people. I don't know, like people just don't care in this country. They just wear whatever they want. It's kind of nice. So yeah, the first day, the second we walked out, we saw a car crash. It really set the standard for the rest of the trip. So yeah, some taxis bumped into some other car, and it wasn't anything too bad, but it was surprising. Anyway, we went on the walk to the Cine Center. Thanks to Google Maps, we were able to navigate our way to the Star Ferry, which is this boat that allows you to travel from the Hong Kong island to the other part of Hong Kong, which is like more connected to the China, but still is not quite mainland China. Well, yeah. So yeah, the Star Ferry is nice. You can see the city from the water, and it looks really impressive. And there was a room with air conditioning, which everyone rushed into because it's hot and humid. But I don't know. I didn't really care for that because I don't know. I enjoyed that weather. So yeah, I'd say it was a nice trip. Uh, it took like 15 minutes. And then we went to a park, Column Park, and there were a lot of like turtles and other small animals. And on our way to Cine Center, we saw this comic book artist's alley, and it was nice. There's apparently a bustling local scene of comic artists, and there were a lot of statues of their characters, and I'd say it looks nice. I wish it was more international, because it seems almost unknown outside of Hong Kong. Uh, the statues were cool. Повтори еще раз.
Доставай телефон и снимай черепах нахуй.
Снимаю.
Черепахи.
Снимаю. Классно. Прикольно. Джоджо? Не похож.
Вон они оттуда начинаются, братан.
Давай посмотрим. Это
Артист какой-то, Джеффри Лау.
Джеффри Лоу. Тоже комиксист. Это аллея комиксистов.
Тайгер Шарк какой-то.
Так. Тоже комиксист. Блин,
Рики
как круто.
Чан.
Ты кто?
Рики Чан какой-то.
Да, это комиксисты все. Круто. Нет, спасибо.
Вот так идем, иди нахуй, и ты пойдешь нахуй. И все вы идите нахуй. По-братски чисто, нахуй. Да кто, блядь, понимает, они все узкоглазые, как и ты. Я нет. Вот так что все. Всем нахуй.
And I always appreciate when the government appreciates its artists. So yeah, after that we reached Cine Center. And guess what? It was not a mall. That's on me, because I misread the, advertisement. But yeah, it's less of a mall and more like this pack of shops. I don't know. It's kind of cheap looking. But I gotta say, yeah, it's pretty cool. My Russian cousin was disappointed because he's not as much of a nerd as I am. But I actually enjoyed it quite a bit. The first 3 levels are full of video games, And not just video games, it's also full of like figurines and stuff. And I got myself some cool stuff from there. Uh, I suppose I'll show it now in the video. The first 3 levels have like a bunch of figurines in it, and a bunch of like crane machines, and a lot of cool stuff like that. Switch games from different regions. The next 8 levels have like some music shops, variety shops, and some shops not related to Nerd Tree at all, like lawyer stuff, medical stuff, and stuff. Yeah, and the basement has a lot of music again, magazines, and other imports. A lot of it is from Japan, like most of it is from Japan. I struggled to see any Western nerdetry representation, but I don't really care about that because I'm more of a weeb than Westabu. So yeah, I bought some stuff for myself. Yeah, I'd say it was a really good experience. I don't know what my cousin was complaining about. I actually really enjoyed it. So yeah, after that, we went back and we tried to find a star ferry, and it was beautiful at night. Just look at this picture, it's beautiful. And yeah, so yeah, after that we really wanted to eat. And my cousin suggested going to a wine and music restaurant nearby, but we couldn't find it because I don't know, Google Maps really glitches out sometimes in Hong Kong. I really don't understand why that's the issue, but it is. Probably because everything is so close together. But yeah, wine and music restaurant was not found that day. Instead, we accidentally ended up in karaoke.
Вот брат сидит в караоке, вот Узак, вот караоке на каком-то непонятном языке, и здесь бухло все.
My cousin was like, "Let's go. We can eat here. It looks nice." And I was like, "Sure, wherever." And yeah, it turns out it was a karaoke, but it wasn't really expensive. It was nice. I'm not a good singer, so I tried not to sing, and he's not a good singer either, so he tried not to sing. Yeah, but yeah, we were eating some stuff there, and he was like, "Can I smoke?" And this guy inside was like, "Well, the police isn't here, so you can smoke," even though the sign said no smoking. I love how chill they are in there. So yeah, I saw some Blackpink and I wanted to sing it, but I felt embarrassed. So yeah, we went home, and my legs hurt so bad. They legitimately hurt so bad because I walked like, I don't want to lie to you, so I'll look the exact number up. I walked for about 26,451 steps, which is 19.5 kilometers. I'm sorry if you're American and don't understand kilometers. I really don't know how it is in miles. So yeah. Then we went home. My cousin went outside because he wanted to go for a little walk. And well, I don't know how to tastefully talk about this, but he saw someone, die. Someone jumped out of the window. But yeah, the people there cleared it up really nicely, like really quick. Like it's almost like nothing happened there. But still, he's kind of, really. He's kind of a tough guy, so he didn't really affect him. But it still is tragic, and I feel, and condolences to his family. I don't know who that was, but you know. The point is, however, is it's kind of weird that we saw so much weird stuff in one day. A car crash, suicide, I don't know. But well, things happen, I guess. It's a, it's a big, I want to say country, but it's not technically a country. There are like 8 million people. Every day something happens. So, yeah. Then my cousin went to the hotel staff and complained about fridge, but he doesn't know English, so he couldn't really explain himself. So he just wrote in Google Translate, "Your conditioner is more cold than your refrigerator." No, wait, he said, "Your refrigerator..." Oh yeah, that's what he said. And it's true, the refrigerator was kind of underwhelming, while the conditioner was super cold. So yeah, the guy laughed, gave him a thumbs up, and said he will fix it tomorrow, which he did, so kudos to him. And that's how day one ended. Quite an adventure, I'd say. Day two, we went to malls, we looked at stuff. I bought some cool stuff at Ghibli official store, like a Porco Rosso figure or like Spirited Away chopsticks. Took a photo with Totoro, and I had a bit of an allergy scare there, which is like, it's kind of a common occurrence to me. I am a bit of a paranoid person. Like, I have anxiety. I have, anxiety, diagnosed anxiety. So sometimes I can get a little too paranoid about my health. So I had a bit of an allergy scare. And my brother said, put this pill under your tongue, because then it will absorb quicker. That's what I did, and my tongue and my lower jaw went completely numb. I got really scared, but after 2 hours it went away, so I guess it was okay. But yeah, I probably wouldn't do it again. I don't think this is how you're supposed to consume those tablets. Yeah, again, we walked for a long time that day, for like 17 kilometers. And it was nice. I don't really walk that much, aside from like trying to complete my daily 6,000 steps. So that was nice. That was healthy for me. The malls look really good. Like, there are a lot of them, especially like the AFC mall. They have a lot of stuff in it, a lot of food, a lot of like choice of things you could do or buy. There is a lot of Disney in Hong Kong. Hong Kongers seems to be loving Disney. Like, there's a lot of Mickey Mouse merchandise. There's a lot of like, there was a villains of Disney thingy. I don't really know what it was exactly. Some team shop. Either way, yeah. For some reason, Hong Kongers really love Disney. That's what I learned on day two. It was a nice little walk, and I enjoyed it. And then we went home after, soaking in the culture for a little bit.
Бля, что за пи***? Они здесь везде.
Что?
Это кто? Это что за инцест происходящий? Это что за тип? Зоофил ебаный. Это кто такой? Это что такое вообще? Ну прикольно. Бля, вот этим людям делать нихуя ничего не знают. Что такое пиво, сигареты, виски, водка, кайф. Бегают, блядь, ебанут. И здесь таких сотни. Кто-то вот на велике хуярит, а еще двое прибегут. Неадекваты ебаные. Можно ж как нормальные люди. Пошел бургер похавал. Нет, они бегут и бегут. Вот еще бежит, вот еще бежит.
I also found the Crayon Shinchan themed cafe, which was nice. Speaking of which, Hong Kong really likes Japanese children cartoons. Like Doraemon, he's like everywhere. Crayon Shinchan is also everywhere. Anpanman is less everywhere, but he's still quite present. And when you go to Metro, there's a Chibi Maruka-chan from Japanese anime for kids that has been running since the 70s. And Chibi Maruka-chan tells you how to board the train and how to behave yourself on the train. There are a lot of like posters which help you understand the train etiquette. There's a lot of animations with her and the stuff. It seems like there's some sponsorship going on. I don't know, but yeah, it seems like Hong Kongers like Chibi Maruka-chan, and that's nice. She's a nice character. On the second day, we also went to this, thingy called Victoria Harbour. It's quite beautiful. We also wanted to go to the wheel thingy, but there were too many people, so we kinda passed. I mean, after all, I can't really imagine it looks better than it does from the mountain view, which is something we plan to visit. Anyway. And in Hong Kong McDonald's, they don't have straws. They have these little thingies that you drink from. It's kind of nice and environmentally aware or something. I don't know. And look, there's a cute heart. I like that. Yeah. And then we went on this walk across the land. Look at this building, this communist building. Look at how interesting its thingy is. Yeah. So yeah, I met this guy, some beaver guy, this cat, and then we went to Don Don Donki, which is known as Don Quixote inside of Japan. But apparently the name was taken in Singapore, so they renamed it to Don Don Donki in Singapore, and after that in every international branch.
Don 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 Donkey, Don Don Donkey. I'm very
But make no mistake, it's a strictly Japanese thing. There were gachapon, automats, where you could like get some toys and collectibles. I got a Pac-Man from there. I also wanted to get a Gamera thing. Gamera, for the uninitiated, is a Godzilla adjacent monster with his own series of movies. And I found this Pecora wine there.
Hello, my name is Pecora Usada.
Unfortunately, I decided to quit drinking right before the trip, so I couldn't drink this. But it saved me a lot of money too, so that's good. I don't know, drinking makes me sad, and I don't like being sad, obviously. So yeah, after that we went to we went to Sogo and got some books there. I got a book for my partner, and I got this cute little Dragon Quest thingy.
Cool, right?
It's kind of a ruler or something. Yeah. And that's how the day 2 ended, without much, you know. And on day 3, we went to Disneyland. And in Disneyland, we saw. Actually, yeah, about that. We wanted to go to the Hong Kong Disneyland from day 1. But in the end, we picked a taxi without knowing that we could use a metro yet, which made us lose a lot of money. But it's okay. I mean, we are traveling, so it's fine. So yeah, Hong Kong Disneyland. Let me walk you through the thingy. So here we are at the gates, and it's quite nice. There wasn't even a huge line of people or anything. We got in quite easily, and but inside there were a lot of people. So I guess we just came in at the right time or something. So this Mickey grass thingy greeted us at the entrance. We found a place with a lot of animation sketches, which were nice. Then there it is, the castle. I've dreamt of being in Disneyland since I was a kid. But to be honest, I'm really afraid of rides, so I'm not even sure why I went there. But yeah, I wasn't really sure what to expect. So yeah, we saw Iron Man experience and went there immediately. And it's kind of a museum of all Iron Man related stuff. Like posters and you know, movie replicas and stuff. And the whole Iron Man suit. It was nice. And then there was this attraction, this ride. We went into the room, and it was like 4D experience or something. There was this exclusive Hong Kongian segment of Iron Man saving the city, voiced by Robert Downey Jr. And we were like the audience in this capsule that was flying with Iron Man to save the city, and the room was like shaking according to what was happening at the screen. It was quite nice. Then I saw this thingy outside of it, and not gonna lie, Snow White is one of my favorite Disney movies of all time. I really enjoyed it as a kid. I still enjoy it now. Which really doesn't give me hope for the live action reboot. Because, you know, everyone has been kind of relentlessly shitting on the original and from the press interviews. And I don't know if I'm okay with that. Either way, it looks neat, doesn't it? I think it looks neat. Here's my face ruining it. Okay, so there was this Winnie the Pooh ride, and I was under the impression that he's banned from China, but I guess not. I really hope this joke doesn't cost me travel to China. I was planning to go to mainland China at some point. There was this Cinderella carousel, whatever this is. Some Moai statue. Oh, not Moai. What am I talking about? Some statues that pour water at you. I don't know. Yeah. After that, we went to see. We saw these elephants. I'm still not sure if they are real or not. This thingy from Tarzan. Here's me being wanted. And then we saw a Lion King musical. I would feel a bit more apprehensive about posting it, but you know, it's kind of fully on YouTube and Disney doesn't do anything about it, so I guess it's fine. If you don't want to spoil yourself and just kind of, you know, rewind further to the video, or just, I don't know, close your eyes until this spot ends.
I think he needs cheering up. What he needs is Hakuna.
So yeah, after that I went to... Actually, yeah, my cousin didn't really care for it because he doesn't understand English. The funny part is there's like... it's... the musical is entirely on English, but there are two Cantonese characters who explain it to the local audience. And I think it's quite nice. It's a good way to avoid confusion for everyone. But my cousin doesn't understand anything but Russian, so he didn't really care for it, except for the songs and some tricks, like flying on the rope, or like, I don't know, fire special effects. So yeah, after that, my cousin went on the ride, the Gusty Gulch or something, I don't know. And I went to Mickey's Filler Magic, which is this short that is in 3D about Donald Duck and Mickey Mouse, and mostly about Donald Duck. It's again another 3D experience, but instead of seats shaking, you can smell what's happening on the screen, or you get water poured on you when there's some action involving water. I don't know. It's really nice. I don't want to spoil it, but I will. In the end, Donald Duck flies out of the screen, and you can see behind you an animatronic being stuck in the wall, implying that he got, the illusion of like him being stuck in the wall, like getting thrown into the wall, more like. And yeah, after that I bought those silly ears that I gave to my niece when I arrived back home. And I looked like that while walking there. I know I looked ridiculous, but I kind of like the attention. And I mean, everyone kind of looked ridiculous. I literally saw like a guy in a maid outfit. He looked kind of nice though. Like, it suited him. He looked pretty. So yeah, then we ate in some cafe. Went to the Toy Story rides, and after that I went to the Ant-Man ride, and it was a disappointment compared to the Iron Man one, because it was just like a shooty thing, a score-based challenge, which I lost in. Maybe that's why it was disappointing. And then we saw Disneyland Salute, and I recorded part of it. If you want to watch it, and if you don't want to, skip like, I don't know, 4 minutes or 7 or something. So yeah, after that we went out. Mickey Mouse said thank you for visiting, and I went on, and we realized that Metro works, and went by Metro home, and we saved so much money, it's unreal. And then I saw a bunch of bags with Hello Kitty characters, Crayon Shinchan characters, and Creamy Mummy. For some reason, there's a lot of merchandise of Creamy Mummy in Hong Kong. I think it's because it's her 40th anniversary this year, and they really wanted to celebrate it. And it's nice, she's one of the OG magical girls, so why not? After that, I bought myself a Pac-Man in the Gachapon thingy, and it's nice. I like Pac-Man. I'm a big fan of Pac-Man, which is silly because he's kind of a cool, nothing character, but I like him. And then my brother snored, cousin. Sorry, in in Kazakhstan, brother and cousin are kind of interchangeable. Either way, my cousin was snoring really bad, so I couldn't sleep. But I did fell asleep eventually. And that's how day 3 ended. Huh? On the day 4, I went out and saw these thingies. I don't know what it is, but they look like they're having fun. And then we went to the Avenue of Stars, which was pretty nice. Like, look at this. It's a statue that Hong Kongers give to their best movie performers. It's kind of like a Hong Kong Oscar, and I like Hong Kong cinema. I'm a big fan of Wong Kar-wai, Jackie Chan, and well, I forgot his name. The guy who made Ip Man, and also I watched Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon recently. That's also kind of Hong Kongian. See, I like Hong Kong cinema, but I'm far from an expert. I'm just a newbie, but I like it. So yeah, we saw a bunch of handprints of people who contributed to Hong Kong cinema, and it was nice. And I saw a statue of Bruce Lee, and well, everyone knows Bruce Lee. He's a legend and a huge deal for the Hong Kong. There was also a statue for An Mui, but unfortunately I didn't take a picture with it because I was in a hurry. She's a great musician. You should check her stuff out. Then I saw Chungking Mansions, which was featured in the movie Chungking Express, which is one of my favorite Hong Kong movies. Yeah. And it was nice to see that it exists in real life still in the year 2023. So yeah, after that we went to the went on the metro to the other coast, and it's crazy that they have metros that goes underwater. Yeah, it's a nice metro. So yeah, after that we went to the arcades. Look at this huge Genshin Impact banner. So yeah, we went to the arcades, to the game zone, where I played a whole bunch of arcade titles until, several hours later. I played Project Diva, Hatsune Miku's Project Diva, Mario Kart Arcade, which was really nice, and yeah, it was a good time. Rhythm Heaven, the arcade thingy, where you have to like press stuff in rhythm. It was really good, and it's nice to see how much presence Nintendo has in this arcade. Some Initial D racing games, Groove Coaster, that had a lot of songs, including a lot of Undertale songs for some reason. But yeah, King of Fighters 98 was one of the ones that I really wanted to play because I am a boomer and I love 90s arcades, and this is as 90s as it gets. So yeah. And then what else did we play? I tried some rhythm games, but I'm really horrible at them. I get all anxious and nervous, so I mess up. uh, After that, I went to Cinecenter again to, just look at stuff. And got some good shots of the city. And then I went to the Maid Cafe, because I always wanted to go to a somewhat authentic one. And it looks nice. It looked nice. There was like this music. There were drums in the corner. I suppose someone plays drums here. Probably maids. I got a drink. It was a nice strawberry sugary drink, and took a photo with my maid. And we talked about stuff. She said that she's kind of disappointed. Her name is Nonna, I think. She said she's kind of disappointed about the fact that uh, in Hong Kong everything closes really early now. Because before COVID, it was kind of a bustling city with a good nightlife. But now everything closes really early. So she has nowhere to go with her friends after her work hours. I can imagine it sucks, and I feel for her. Also, she told me that she is curious about foreign people like me. She never saw a foreigner like me, like no one from that region, from Central Asia. And she said that she really wants to go to Finland one day, which is something I can relate to. Finland looks nice. I'd love to go to Finland. And yeah, then we took a photo where I look like a massive creep. And then I went to take shots of the night city. It looks really nice. In my opinion, it turned out really well. Took some photos of plushies, went back to arcade to take my brother from there. He was not really interested in maids at all, so he just stayed playing Initial D. I played Super Bishibashi Champ, which was really cool, and another game in the Bishibashi series. It's really underrated. It's kind of like WarioWare in a way. Y'all should play it. Uh, Although it's really, really, like if you have epilepsy, do not even attempt to play that. So yeah, after that, I bought a CD with soundtrack for Hayao Miyazaki's A Boy and the Heron that comes out soon. It already came out in Japan, but it comes out here in November. Uh, yeah, I was actually really excited about this and still am. And this is how the day ended, pretty much. That was nice. I really enjoyed that one. So the next day, which is day 5, I think, I went to Oriental 188, which is like this nerdy shop. I wanted to see some retro games, but unfortunately the retro game section was closed. And so we decided spontaneously to go to see Big Buddha. We went on a metro, but it still was far, so we took a taxi and rode through rode through mountains and saw how the city looks from the mountains, and it looks gorgeous. We passed the jail, which looks really good for jail. Like, it seems like they probably are not having fun there, but it just looks like they do. So we arrived to this temple. It looked to this place with these gates. They look pretty cool. There he is. That's the Buddha, and the whole thing is kind of looks like ancient Chinese stuff. So yeah, this entire thing looks like it's made in an ancient Chinese style. And yeah, then we went to see Big Buddha, and my cousin asked why is there like this symbol everywhere, the forbidden symbol. And I was like, well, it means different things in this culture, which is true. So don't be alarmed if you see it in the video. So yeah, we went up and saw Buddha and this thing. Sorry, not thing. I don't know who this person is supposed to be, or not a person. I don't know. But yeah, uh, it was good, several steps to go through. I felt really tired by the end of that staircase, but it was worth it. It was nice to see him like up close, and the view from the Buddha place is just nice. It's really good. I can see a lot of islands from there, and this just ancient Chinese city looks nice. And yeah, afterwards we saw this. I assume this is sakura, but it probably is not. I don't know, cherry blossoms that are not really blossoming right now. They mostly blossom in April, I think. And then there was a nearby old style Chinese, I don't know, shopping district. It looked nice. I really like the architecture. I love this kind of architecture. It's really impressive to me. Maybe I'm just an East Asia boo, I don't know. Then we saw this weird architectural thingy, and not gonna lie, it looks silly. I took a picture with it, and yeah. Then we went to the there was like this thingy, the railway, sky railway thingy, but it was closed, so we couldn't try it. And so I went home in disappointment, but it was still a nice experience. This is gonna take a while. And yeah, then I went to the Toy Zone, which is the biggest nerdy shop in the Hong Kong. And by the biggest, I mean physically. It's super spacious. It has a lot of like figurines from old times. It's collector's paradise to some degree. Like, look at this. Evangelion, Haruhi Suzumiya, other franchises that no one really remembers now. Well, it's kind of an exaggeration to say that no one remembers Evangelion, but it's kind of old. All the McDonald's toys in this collection, look at them. Yeah, Grimace, Mayor, whatever his name is. And a lot of old video games. Look, Nintendo 64, Nintendo GameCube stuff. Oh my god. Sega Saturn, a lot of PS Vita games, DS games, GBA games, old Game Boys. I bought a Game Boy Color actually from here. Look, it's Dreamcast stuff. You can't really find a lot of Dreamcast stuff nowadays. It's really rare. But yeah, a lot of SNES games, Giant Mario. I like how he's labeled Giant Mario and sold for quite hefty price. But don't worry, it's Hong Kong dollars. It's not as bad in US dollars. So yeah, I saw a whole bunch of stuff here and decided to buy a Haruhi Suzumiya figurine set. I actually just wanted one, but the guy gave me all four because they've been there since 2008, I think. And having all of these makes me feel kind of like a creep. But I mean, they're kind of nice though. I'm a big fan of Haruhi Suzumiya, and it's one of my favorite anime, really. It's the one anime that made me get into anime, really. And it's a shame that we still don't have a new season. Anyway, I also bought a Game Boy Color with Puyo Puyo Sun and some fake 63-in-1 Game Boy cartridge that only features Dr. Mario 64 and some other insignificant stuff. But I like Dr. Mario, so it wasn't a loss for me. Plus they were cheap. Yeah, so after that I went for a walk, and it's a gorgeous city, like I said. The rabbit shop was cute. I actually wanted to buy a rabbit, but it would be a hassle to get him through customs. So yeah. And then we saw some news. Didn't understand anything, but they were covering like Russian stuff. And yeah, that's how the day ended. Next day was kind of a disaster though, in more ways than one. Okay, so my cousin is kind of a heavy drinker, and the next day, we wanted to go to the, ocean park, which is like a park where you swim. But yeah, basically, the manager approached me and wanted to talk with me, and he said that my cousin drunkenly sometimes comes out of the room naked. I was super mortified and I apologized to him and told my cousin to stop being a fucking idiot. And he was like, yeah, I apologize. And since then he stopped drinking, so that's good. That's a net positive. But that was not even the disaster part. The disaster part was the fact that a typhoon arrived and we were all forced to stay home. And Ocean Park got closed. Everything got closed. And yeah. So we just stayed home all day because it wasn't safe. And we were watching like stuff. I found out that Hong Kongian Netflix has a lot of cool stuff. It has a lot of anime, a lot of lesser known anime. It has Onimai, which is an anime I wouldn't publicly admit to liking.
Cock. My cock. Where's my cock? What? My cock.
Which has some other stuff. I watched Mushoku Tensei on it, catched up with the new episodes. I watched like this Demon Slayer high school spin-off. It has a lot of cool stuff. I wanted to watch Police Story on it, which is a cool Hong Kong movie that I heard a lot of good things about, but never really watched. And I wanted to watch a whole bunch of stuff on there. There was a really good selection of anime. Like there was So I'm a Spider, So What, which is a pretty good anime. Well, at least I heard that. That time I got reincarnated as a slime, which is pretty cool isekai. There was a lot of other stuff. Oshinoko, Zom 100, Nier Automata, Mobile Suit Gundam The Witch from Mercury, and other stuff that I love. Well, that I don't love, but some of it I love, and some of it I just heard good things about. So yeah, I stayed home watching Netflix all day. It's pretty nice that if you subscribe to Netflix in one country, it still works in another country. It really makes you feel the difference in selection. By the way, in mainland China, we couldn't access the internet because of the firewall. But in Hong Kong, it's totally fine. I was kinda curious about Netflix's selection in mainland China until I realized that they don't actually have Netflix. So yeah, that's on me, I'm dumb. Anyway, we stayed at home during the typhoon, and the government issued the max warning 10, which is like the worst typhoon since 2018. We are super unlucky to arrive at this point to Hong Kong, but well, what you gonna do? So we stayed at home all day, watched it all unfold through the window. I don't think anyone got hurt, because everyone stationed themselves at home. And yeah, I pretty much just spent the entire day watching Netflix and being hungry because I didn't get any food inside. I drank a lot of soda that day, though. Yeah. And that was our day 5. On day 6, I woke up and went to to the website for Ocean Park, but it was still closed for repairs. Everything else was slowly reopening though, but they cancelled the movie thingy. You know, there was supposed to be a movie meeting with Wilson Yip, who is the director of Ip Man quadrilogy. And we were supposed to watch one of his movies on a screening, and then there was supposed to be a question and answer thingy. But unfortunately, it was also cancelled because of the weather problems, so I was disappointed. I wanted to meet a real celebrity of Hong Kong. But well, I guess it wasn't meant to be. I suppose Nonno is a celebrity. So yeah. Then I went to watch Gridman Universe because my brother was asleep and I wanted to do something. And yeah, I watched Gridman Universe and it was surreal to watch such an obscure anime movie in cinemas. There is no way in hell that movie would get to Kazakhstan. It's not even shown in the United States. But yeah, it was nice to see it. It's a pretty good movie. I was pretty whatever on the TV series, but the movie Gridman Universe was really good. It was confusing and good, and I really enjoyed it. I'd watch it again. So yeah, after that, I was still in that mall for a little bit, but then I went out of it. We ate at Frights. I ate chicken parma. It was delicious. And then I went back to my room and fell asleep. And on the next day, it was the last day in Hong Kong, unfortunately. I really love this place. I fell in love with the city. I kinda hate that typhoon kinda ate up our last couple of days there, but it is what it is. And on day 8, I went to the Toy Zone again because I really enjoyed it and wanted to buy something. I found a cool Azumanga single, and I found, some other stuff. There was cool CRT TV, and I don't know. I wanted to buy all of that, but I kind of am trying to save money right now, so I just kind of, restrained myself from doing it because I don't want to be like, I don't want to spend all my money on merch and stuff. Plus, by Kazakhstan metrics, Hong Kong is kind of extremely expensive. Then we walked around, I exchanged my money back to US dollars from Hong Kong, and then we just kind of sat at home at the hotel, and I watched some more of Netflix, and then we went to the airport at night, which was, kind of a disaster of its own. It's a whole other story. So yeah, we arrive at the airport, and then, people in the airport tell us, we can't leave through mainland China. We could arrive through mainland China, but if we're leaving from Hong Kong, we can't enter mainland China without having a visa. But we already bought the tickets. Why didn't anyone warn us? So yeah, that was kind of fucked. But yeah, we found a good tour operator that was able to... Wait, no, what am I saying? Sorry, brain fart. But yeah, my brother found a good way to get tickets to... But yeah, we exchanged tickets to fly through Seoul instead, so that's good. But we still had a whole day to wait for that, so we stayed at the hotel near the airport. It was real nice. And but yeah, cashier kinda didn't trust us. Probably because we're coming from a country he never saw before. Or because the card declined the first time for some reason. Either way, yeah, he was kinda suspicious of us. But, not most Hong Kongians are not really prejudiced like that, so, don't take this as a sign of anything. Anyway, so yeah, we went out after that, got our tickets, and flew on a plane to Seoul, which is in Korea. So essentially, in these several days, I went to mainland China, to Hong Kong, and then to Korea, and then back to Kazakhstan. So it's kind of like an Asian tour. I actually enjoyed that. And yeah, but yeah, I think I got a poisoning in the airport. I ate in this place called Gordon Ramsay Plain Food, which was fucking raw. No, it was pretty bad. I'm sorry. Gordon Ramsay probably doesn't control something from half a planet away, but still, that was bad. And yeah, after that, we flew to Seoul. They had a really cool Korean plane which had in-flight Pac-Man. I spent a lot of time on it. It was really fun. And it also had in-flight Tetris, which was also really fun, with a lot of cool modes. Then we got to the Seoul airport, and there was a lot of cool stuff, like this spiral creature monster, and yeah, this robot thingy, Korean cola. It's actually just exactly the same, but with Korean letters. And Taco Bell, which was nice. So yeah, after that, we went to Almaty on our own plane, and from there we went to Astana. And here you can see all the things I bought, plus this Otaku USA magazine. I don't know what it is. So I gave the book to my boyfriend, and I gave a whole bunch of other stuff to other people as gifts. And I suppose this is how my trip ended. I gotta be honest, it was absolutely amazing. I really want to go back at some point. Just absolutely magical experience. Hong Kong, I love you.